So, Sally, you think you got through to Nick or not?
I don't know.
You explained our situation, right?
Of course, it's obvious. If Jackie M. refuses to carry our line, then we're sunk.
What does Ridge think he is anyway? Threatening to pull Forrester off the shelves if Nick does business with Spectra?
He thinks he's the guy with the power, Clark. And he's not afraid to use it.
Well, I don't like it. Thank you, ladies.
Hey, Sal. We're back.
So, that's what Dad wanted, to throw you a party?
Yes,
Yep.
absolutely. To give him the send-off that he never got.
Cake,
Should
champagne, speeches, even a commemorative gift to remind me of where I came from and the standards I am to uphold.
That's right. Eric and Stephanie were so supportive, they made it 100% clear that even though we're the competition, we're all still family.
That's right. I wish somebody would make that clear to Ridge.
I'm sure they have.
Well, I'm not. You see, I just paid a visit to Nick. And it turns out that Ridge has been putting the screws to him.
Forrester won't share shelf space with us. Nick has to choose. It's either our line or theirs.
I know this isn't what you were expecting or even wanting to hear.
I asked for the truth.
I saw real feelings there, Nick. Deacon believes he's in love, although that happens a lot.
Not to my mother, it doesn't. What'd you get from her?
That this isn't a fling. She's very grateful for his support. She's very thankful for everything that he's done.
I don't want to hear any more of this. Just thankful my old man doesn't have to deal with it.
How's he doing?
He has around-the-clock doctor care at the clinic. God, I should have seen this. Just kills me that he's trapped in this house. Deacon's moving in, doing who knows what to my mother.
You're not going to tell her where he is? Or even let her visit?
I don't want her anywhere near him.
Hey, root beer for your thoughts?
No, thanks.
How about we go for a walk on the beach? What do you say?
No.
Jackie, come on. Hey, Nick's gonna come around. He did last time.
Yeah. It's a little bit different this time, though, isn't it, Deacon? His father is in a coma.
Okay, you know what? That's not your fault. Think about it. The way this guy ate, the cigars, all the pressure he had in his job. I mean, I hate to say it, but the stroke, it might have been inevitable.
I told Massimo that I would take care of him.
Oh, like he took care of you? You don't owe this guy a thing. You did the right thing. You came out, you told the truth. Done. You're free now to live the rest of your life. With me.
Nick, before you go cutting your mother out of your life and out of your father's life, I think you should ask yourself why she got involved with Deacon in the first place.
Oh, I've been told. She was lonely. She was miserable. All of these things I believe she brought on herself.
Yes, well, I'm certainly not going to defend her. But believe me, I know. I know what it's like to feel like everybody's turned against you and feel like you've lost everything that matters to you. And all you want is for somebody to reach out and make you feel better.
That's understandable, Brooke. But the guy's a con man. He's a con artist.
I don't know if he's conning her. I really don't. But I do know that he's offering her an escape from the angry voices in her mind. Your disappointment, the betrayal.
Yes, Shelley.
Felicia Forrester on line 1.
Tell her I'll get back to her.
We can talk later.
No. What you just said.
Nick, I'm not trying to make excuses for your mother.
There are no excuses.
I'm just trying to say that maybe cutting her out of your life isn't the best solution to the problem. She's your mother, and she loves you and needs you.
Hey, sweetie, he's gonna call you back. I left 3 messages today. I mean, I thought he was busy, but now...
Look, there's no reason to panic, okay? I know what Ridge is trying to pull. He's using the high-end exclusivity clause in the Jackie M contract. It just says they can't sell low-end merchandise alongside Forrester's.
We're not low end.
Not anymore.
That's right, exactly. And we can prove that, so that clause does not apply to us.
So you're thinking about taking him to court?
It's not going to come to that. This is just another example of Ridge overstepping, acting like he's king of the hill. Now, my father's still CEO of Forrester Creations, and there is no way in hell that he is going to side with Ridge on this. No way.
Well, Dad did promise that the favoritism was over.
That's right.
Well, he's got to put his money where his mouth is, you know? And he may even welcome the opportunity.
And when he does, Ridge is finally going to get it through his big head that he can't do this anymore, pull these stupid tricks. The days of my brother running over me are over, and the days of me taking a back seat to him are over.
I told Nick that I didn't think your father would agree with Ridge's strong-arm tactics, or that he even knew about it.
What did Nick say?
That it didn't matter.
What do you mean it doesn't matter?
He says that your father may be chief executive officer, but Ridge and Brooke combined are majority stockholders, and when push comes to shove...
That's right. When push comes to shove, they'll be pushing, they'll be shoving. Pretty soon, it'll be Ridge shoving Eric out of the way.
He's already gone to Nick and made an ultimatum, without clearing it with Eric.
See, this is different. If Ridge were to publicly overrule my father on this or anything, it would be like sending out a press release saying that Dad is CEO in name only. And Ridge wouldn't do that. Would he, Thorne?
I hope not.
Guys, that would mean that Brooke needs to go along with him, and I don't think she'd do that. She wants this family to heal. She told me that herself.
But does she want it badly enough to go up against her own husband, the man she's been madly in love with and chasing her whole life? Nick doesn't think so. And I tried to argue with him, but deep down I am afraid he may be right.
I can understand if you don't want to talk about your mother.
Thanks.
You didn't take Felicia's phone call.
That's right.
Does that mean you decided not to carry Spectra Couture at Jackie M?
That wasn't my decision.
Your mother's?
Your husband.
My husband.
He didn't want to deal with Thorne. Is this news to you?
Yes.
So this wasn't a family decision. This is Forrester's call.
You haven't told Felicia.
No. I was hoping that cooler heads would start to prevail here. You know what this could do to Spectra? It could take it under. But obviously I see that's your husband's goal here.
No, it's not. Can I borrow your phone?
Hello?
Ridge.
Hey, Logan, I just tried you at home.
Well, I'm at Maroney with Nick right now. Can I put you on speaker?
Sure.
I'm here.
Made a decision?
That's why I called. Nick says that you're thinking about pulling Forrester Creations out of his boutiques.
Only if he violates his contract with Forrester. The high-end exclusivity clause.
By dealing with Spectra.
Exactly.
We may have some wiggle room here. What if Nick guarantees us his best possible placement?
Logan, Spectra has tarnished our image enough already.
I understand that, but you're putting your brother in a very difficult position.
Well, I'm sorry about that, but I've got a company to think about here.
You saying your company can't handle a little competition, Forrester?
It's our trademark we have to concern ourselves with, Nick. I've got to protect the name Forrester at any cost. Look, we just can't afford to be dealing with Spectra Couture by Thorne Forrester. I was trying to lock in another supplier the other day, and the guy thought that Spectra was a subsidiary of ours. We've got to separate, distance ourselves from them. Every time our name is mentioned with theirs, our cachet drops another point.
So it's nothing personal.
Well, it is personal. I want to be home with my wife and kids, not traipsing around Europe putting out fires.
Ridge, this could put them out of business.
Hey, it's not our job to protect their business. Spectra should have secured a distributor before they invested so heavily in this collection.
Good God, Forrester, you're talking about your brother and your sister here.
We're talking about a startup company in haute couture, Nick. My brother and sister are smart enough to know the risks. Companies like this usually fail. That's all there is to it.
Well, that's true. Even with 1 or 2 good seasons, it is still extremely difficult.
We're not going to let them take us down with them. Or Jackie M. Nick, I'm actually doing you a favor here.
You want to do me a favor? You tell your sister.
Look, I got a meeting right now. Logan, I'll talk to you soon.
Love you.
I love you too.
I'll talk to Thorne and Felicia.
No.
Yes. I'm not going to drag you into another Forrester family feud. We've forced your hand. We'll take the heat.
You'll take the heat while your husband's in Europe playing Smokey the Bear.
I'm sure there's enough heat to go around. But don't worry. I'll be fine. Dealing with angry Forresters is my forte.
Nick still want a meeting?
He left the office.
Maybe he's on his way here.
Well, he's not the one we need to convince anyway. Jackie M. will not carry our line with Ridge's sword hanging over their heads. It would mean financial suicide.
Well, then we have to take his sword away. Disarm Ridge.
You know, I really think your parents are going to be able to get through to him. Ridge has his faults, obviously, but he loves your father. He respects him. And I think once he sees how much Eric and Stephanie want you to succeed, you know, he might back down.
I've never seen Ridge back down from anything in his life. Not anything or anyone. And if he doesn't, if he challenges his father, well, then it all comes down to Brooke.
Brooke.
You're in the middle of a meeting.
No, come in. I'm glad you're here.
Hello, Brooke. What brings you by?
Well, I'm sure you've all heard about Nick's decision not to carry your line.
Actually, what we've heard is it wasn't Nick's decision at all.
Yeah, Ridge forced his hand. Invoked the high-end exclusivity clause.
I'd like you to know, I just found out about that myself.
No, I knew it, Brooke. I knew you had nothing to do with this.
I can't believe that Ridge would do something like this behind our backs. I mean, what? Did he think that Nick would cover for him? That we wouldn't find out what he was up to?
No, of course not. He would be here right now if he didn't have to be overseas trying to clear up the confusion of whether Spectra Couture by Thorne Forrester is either Spectra or Forrester.
Actually, it's both.
Well, that's kind of the problem. He doesn't want our image tangled up with yours.
I think that's insulting.
Felicia, you had a very successful preview showing and some decent press. But you and I both know that's not enough for a startup company to break into top-tier boutiques.
So when you and Ridge started Logan Designs, you weren't expecting to sell to top tier?
That was different.
Well, of course. Nobody was out to Shanghai you.
You know, Brooke, it never occurred to me and Dad to try to close you down. We were ready to compete.
I know you must be disappointed.
Oh, this is more than a disappointment, Brooke. You know as well as I do that I can't sell this expensive of a line to anywhere but high-tier boutiques. Now, we get shut out of those, we are shut down. Simple as that.
I'm sorry, Thorne.
Don't tell me you're sorry, Brooke. Tell me that you're going to do something about it. tell me that you're not gonna let Ridge get away with this. Because if he does, Brooke, all the work that we've done here, it's useless. I know he's your husband, but this is wrong, Brooke. Now you've got to stand up to Ridge. You're the only one that can stop him.
Normal sinus rhythm.
Yes, we have him on an IV TKO. And most of the tests are coming back very positive, waiting for one more. And
Good work.
Hey, how's he doing?
Resting comfortably. Nick, this is Dr. Ying, the specialist from China I told you about. He'll be taking on your father's case.
Good, good. How are the treatments going?
Your father is responding remarkably well.
How so?
Why don't we let him show you himself?
Jackie, how long are you gonna keep doing this to yourself?
I have a lot to sort out, okay?
No, you don't. You gotta stop. That's all you gotta do. Just stop.
You know, all I wanted to do was just bring my family together.
And you did. It just didn't happen the way you expected. And I gotta tell you, you expected a lot. You expected perfection because that's what's been expected of you. Mrs. Jackie Maroney, dutiful wife and mother. You were up in that stuffy old mansion gathering dust like that god-awful portrait he had done of you. Don't you get it, honey? You're free now. You can be yourself. You can be spunky, feisty Jackie Payne.
I thought that I could really just keep everything together, you know? But the harder I tried, the worse it got, and I've just caused them so much pain, Deacon. And it doesn't matter what I do. I just cause them more pain.
So stop. Don't do it anymore. Honey, you've lived so much of your life for everybody else. Just stop. I know it hurts. Come here. It's okay. It's okay. It's okay. Just let it out. Jackie, I love you so much. You get it. You're free now and you're safe. Listen to me. Listen. Your life with Massimo is over. You're mine now. And honey, I ain't never letting you go.
Massimo, your son is here.
Pop?
Can you talk?
Jack. Good.